Stranger's Love by, don't know, Aftertaste.
Hide her well, deep down the crystal caves. There is enough time to bring her back to the hive unnoticed.
Queen Chrysalis commanded her subjects.
Conceal yourselves from the ponies until the shield is broken. Do not disappoint me, my children. Too much is at stake.
The two drones bowed deeply before dragging away the royal victim, who had been taken by surprise in the early morning hours, only days before the planned marriage was to take place in the castle. It was all up to the queen from there onwards. The changeling group of 3 had managed to infiltrate Canterlot undiscovered before the protective dome had been brought up by the groom, Captain Shining Armor. For the rest of the plan, the queen would be acting on her own, taking the place of Cadence, the bride. She watched the green pod with Princess Miyamura Cadenza disappear around the corner. The 2 drones that have been accompanying her till now have proven themselves countless times before to the hive. Only the best and most loyal were good enough to the task at hoof. They made her so proud. A promotion in their ranks would be in order once they have taken over Canterlot successfully. She was in a dire need of more strong leaders for the upcoming future, as the hive have suffered greatly during the long-lasting famine. Their numbers had declined noticeably, but it would all end soon. She swore to herself as she turned around, back into the room where they had overwhelmed the princess moments ago. Her children deserved so much better. It was a last-ditch attempt to avert extinction of their species. Failure was not an option. Queen Chrysalis looked around the colorful room. It was apparent that the fight had taken place recently. The room was in a total mess, riddled with letters, gifts, and flowers the bride must have received after he had spread the word of their upcoming marriage, sent from all over Equestria. The room held strong emotions, and the bug could feel her hunger draining away as soon as she stood between the objects that were lying around her. There was so much love from the princess in them. It made her shiver visibly as she stood there in the middle of the room, which was lit by a beam of sunlight from the rising sun. She took a letter with her magic and read its contents. Queen Chrysalis needed to gather as much information as possible before the act, after all. Sweetie, falling in love with you has been the best thing in my whole life. I still wonder how much of a beautiful, loving, and caring mare can love some pony like me. I think I'm the luckiest stallion alive. I promise to always be there for you, to keep you happy and smiling. Yours lovingly, Shiny. Queen Chrysalis took a moment to indulge in the love of the words carried, but it left a strange aftertaste on her. Not further thinking about it, she tore the letter in two. After going through more letters from family, friends, and acquaintances, she held a small bouquet of roses to her nostrils that lay on the side of the chaos. The smell was incredible. A little note was attached to it saying, "Your wedding day will come and go, but may you love forever grow." There was no sender on this one. She bit off one of the flower's heads. It tasted like a praline filled with liquid love. A shiver went down her spine again. It's been a while since she had feasted on love this good.
How?
The queen asked herself out loud.
Why do they give each other love so freely? I don't understand. What do they see in marriage?
Revitalized by it all, she opened one of the many gifts. It was filled to the brim with an abundance of different colored crystals, all in the shape of little hearts, likely a tribute to the crystal heart and the cutie mark of the princess. They were absolutely beautiful, but Chrysalis had to smile brightly as she looked at the stones glittering in the sunlight before realizing that they weren't meant for her. Chrysalis has never received a gift in her entire life. She hung her head a bit at the thought. Some sort of strange weakness overcame her body as she had to sit down for a moment. As she sat down on a big pillow in the shape of a heart, yet another shiver went through her spine, as it was the most comfortable thing she had ever sat on. It was likely hoof-made and true bliss compared to the rock-hard surfaces of the hive she was used to. It felt as if she was sitting on a manifestation of love itself. That was the final straw that made her lose her composure. She started chattering with her teeth uncontrollably, pupils turning to dots, and her instincts took over. As a swift motion with her buzzing wings, she turned around and held the pillow in a tight hug, beating the heart furiously over and over with her fangs, almost as if she was trying to end it. Cotton filling soon started to pile around her, only adding to the mess in the room. Queen Chrysalis was so distracted by her little escapade that she almost didn't notice the hoofsteps approaching until the very last moment. A green flash illuminated the room just before the captain of the Royal Guard turned around the corner and into the room. "Cadence, sweetie? What are you doing?" Shining Armor asked, bewildered, as he saw his love on the ground, having the heart-shaped pillow in a tight hug, bite marks all over it. "Oh, hello, my love. Chrysalis took a moment to think of an answer. "I'm practicing," she said with a devious smile. "Practicing?" Shining Armor was even more confused now. "For what?" Chrysalis gave him the naughty bedroom eyes. "Well, for our upcoming wedding night, of course." The face of the captain turned red. Oh, I'll leave you to it then. Can't wait." He trotted away at the speed of light. "Me neither." Chrysalis whispered into the room and bit deep into the pillow one last time for good measure.